What's going on, guys? It's the One Round Raccoon. Today we are here with another figure review. This time we have the Gundam Universe GU32 Gundam Deathscythe Hell. I gotta keep the bit of saying hell, like hell, from the Metal Robot Spirits video I did. But yes, we have Gundam Deathscythe Hell. This is the Endless Waltz version. As you can tell by its copious amount of spikiness and very edgy, literally in the design aspects chosen for it. Looks really good. I like it. I was excited to see this one because it means a lot of other ones are going to be showing up as well. Like Epion finally has a release in this. I don't remember if it's out yet or not. I'm still kind of looking around for that. But I'm keeping an eye out just in case I happen to see it, because I'll pick it up. Because I've been wanting the Epion forever, and now they finally gave it to me, so I have to go get it. You know, I said it, so I got to commit. Before we start, of course, show up the box art. I love how they look on here. It's very stylized, very cool. And then, of course, the product shot on the side. And then it just shows what you can do with it. Like a little action pose, which I think is an actual render of the figure itself, and not just like an art. And then the little, we gotta always read the back of the box, always. First appeared in New Mobile Report Gundam Wing Endless Waltz, 1997. One of 5 Gundams that arose to fight in the last stand against the Marimaya army. I said that right? Using the Hyper Jammer on its back, it can activate an active cloak to disappear and stealthily attack its foes. When swinging its beam scythe in close combat, it truly looks like the Grim Reaper, and is in fact, its pilot duo Maxwell is called the Grim Reaper. Yeah, because he's edgy and go, ooh. Just like how the Wing Boys are. There's always some silly goofiness. And of course, you can see its wave mates of Caliburn and Banshee Norn. Caliburn looks really cool. I almost picked one up, but I held off. I was getting other stuff at the time, too. And Norn, I like how Norn looks. So when I can get a hold of them, you know, I have a lot of hobbies. And I only have so much monies. So I got to pick and choose somewhere. And I have kind of held back on this line a little bit because not too many of them has catch my attention, even though I do like most of the releases. But we were here with one that, of course, I had to have. Deathscythe Hell, or Hell as I call him. I love the bat style to him, of course. He's supposed to look creepy, edgy. He's the black, not the black, I almost said Black Panther. I've been playing Marvel Rivals, sorry. I don't know why I said Black Panther. But, you know, the Grim Reaper, he's the evil bat guy, you know. Ooh, I'm invisible. I like his caper. If I had a complaint, it's that there's so many spikes, and it can be kind of hard to maneuver him because of them. But that's the nature of the design. You can't really fault it for how it was designed to look, and it'd be kind of difficult to translate the toys sometimes. But I think this one does a decent job. Move the scythe for now. Overall, he could 360 his arms if the wings weren't in the way. He can go up pretty well. Got the upper bicep swivel. Got the good elbows, which again is kind of hard to show off because of all the pointy bits. These white little spikes do kind of press into the wings a bit, so you have to be careful when moving them around. Even just maneuvering him to hold his scythe can be kind of a little bit of annoying, a little bit of a hassle because of just the interlocking nonsense going on here. Kind of same thing with his legs. He can kick out. Yay. Kick forward about so. I think his back kicks his best with the upper bicep swivel's nice. Nice knees, of course. Ankles are alright. Again, his big pointy toe can kind of get in the way depending on what you're trying to do. Especially the knee ones are really what I'm kind of worried about. So I don't want to catch those on anything without just paying attention. You can get him in a good big ol' kick. I don't know why he'd be doing that, but he could. And that's the nature of what I was trying to say earlier of it. Just like, they kind of just get in the way because of the design. You can't really fault it for that. Again, not much really going on in the back. This part comes in 3 pieces. These parts, if I can get them off. This part comes in the box with Deathscythe. It's like laying behind him. And the little wing bits are taped to the back of the plastic tray. So you just got to snap them in like that. And it's a little T-slot that just slides right in his back. There's no mobility in these and all. I know some of the wing models we've had in the past, like the Wing Endless Waltz, the guy on the box, he has some wing movement. This one does not. It's completely static. I wish it could move a little bit. It doesn't have to do the full cape thing where it can cover itself. but I kind of wish it at least at least like swivel back and forth so you can kind of push it out of the way so, his shoulder pauldrons weren't catching on his wings. He can look up pretty well, look around at the typical ab movement, which sometimes isn't much. And crush down pretty well, honestly. Go up decently, side to side, it's kind of there. I know these ones are more for like aerial combat and what have you, so I'm not going to do some crazy poses, but also, flight poses, and you're probably going to have him doing the thing where he's holding his scythe and has his feet together and he's floating menacingly, going, "Oh, look how edgy I am." Actually, his head can. I just noticed that his head can move out pretty well forward, so he can look down pretty well. So good for if you're trying to have him like up, looking down at you, like pathetic. But overall, paint looks good too. I like the choices. Again, these are pretty basic. It's like a $25 figure. There's not going to be a lot of paint. You could use some little black lines here and there, some touch-ups, maybe a wash to make it look battle-worn if you want to go that far. But for being like a brand new off the track, or what's the word I want? Off the factory, like just off the you know what I mean, off the fucking thing. Like brand new, just rolled out. I guess straight off the shelf does work, because literally he's straight off the shelf. It looks good. I'm sure there's little touches you could do here and there to really spice it up a bit. Maybe adding a little bit more white in places, or maybe putting red in more places if you really want to go that far. I don't know what it's missing to be completely accurate to its depiction. I don't really remember what paint it may or may not be missing. And of course the backs are always completely plain. Most of the detail goes in the front, of course, because you're not looking at the back of it. The scythe is the main accessory, other than the wings technically. It comes in 2 pieces, just like the original one. Mine's actually secured in there pretty well, so I'm not going to pull it back out. Pretty cool. It's a nice scythe. It holds it fairly well. Pretty nice. I like the green. I love the kind of metallic green they use on these ones. It looks really nice. I like it. Looks better than the purple pinkish they use for the regular beam swords, because it just looks lame. But this does look good. As for some comparisons, I'm going to first compare it to its original release. This is the standard Deathscythe release from like wave 1 or 2, one of the earlier waves. Here you can see how its scythe has a little bit of a hinge joint, so it did lose that, but I think that was just part of the transformation and storage for this particular suit, so it's a little different. You can see the inspiration. The V-fin is the same, but you can see obviously it's a clearly upgraded, fancier form of the same thing. You can see where it came from, but where it is now. Kind of wish there's a little like booster thing under here to really show like it had something like this. Like even like a little molded on piece. It really doesn't have that unless this part of the skirt on the back is supposed to be that. But otherwise he just kind of has bat wings, and it's implied he can fly really fast because of those, Good enough. And then the other big comparison I wanted to do for the same ilk, if you will, is the Metal Robot Spirits Deathscythe Hell that I did a review on a little while ago. Obviously, this one's a bit bigger. These ones stand like 5.5 inches, or these are standard 6-inch size normally. You can see the difference. I believe this is I don't remember now what the difference is. This one was the one that appeared in the anime, I guess, but they also had a movie, and I don't remember which one's which. And even then, this one doesn't fully match the one in the movie. They're like unique twists on them, just like the tall geese I have behind there. The Zero, the Wing, Ultron, all blah blah blah, all those ones. But you can see, again, very similar, but very different. No, this doesn't come with a shield. I don't remember if this particular model had a shield, but I know Gundam Universe is notorious for not including important shields with characters. I think the only one that really got one was Wing Zero, or just the Proto Wing. I have it up here, but I currently can't see it. Yeah, he's the only one that I can remember has a shield. Like Sazabi should have had a shield. He didn't get one. New Gundam should have had a shield. He didn't get one. So, oh well, you don't get your shield. But you can see very similar. I do think I like this form more. It just looks cooler. Looks more edgy. I love the double-headed scythe. That's just over-the-top goofy, and I love that. But, this is a very good one. Like I said, I've been wanting more wing ones. That's probably my favorite series. Yeah, it's probably my favorite series. That's a basic choice, you know, oh, it was the one on Toonami, blah, 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 blah. It looks good. That and the Strike Freedoms and all those, I like those a lot too, obviously. Now, comparing it with another 6-inch figure, again, Rip Lighting Collection, I'm going to harp on that every figure review I ever do, probably. The most fumbled line of all time. Makes me sad. But, you know, sounds about the same. I think Lunar Wolf wins by the tips of his ears or just the curve of his helmet. And then to compare it to an SH figure art, let's go to the one that I just did. Broly, who actually stands a good head and a bit more, excluding his hair, over Deathscythe Hell here. And just grab him right by the face and just palm him and go, ugh, do you ever want to have Broly fight a Gundam? Because why not? I mean, as a kid, I'd have Iron Man and the Megazord and Ninja Turtles and all that fighting in one big never-ending story of fighting against evil or whatever. Every kid had a story like that. Like I had Optimus Prime, Megazord, Iron Man. I think I had a Vegito toy that was in that like a super mega Avengers team up from across dimensions. So if you ever wanted to, you could. And since they're all these figures usually end up being about the same scale for the most part, you can get away with doing something silly like that. And I think that'd be fun because I mean, what else are you supposed to do with these things other than put them on a shelf? Let's play with them. They're toys at the end of the day. Especially these ones. These ones aren't super expensive. Again, you can go to Target, $25. Target, Walmart, etc., etc. I think GameStop sells them too sometimes. But I like this one. Of course, I love the edgy, crazy, super goofy wings. I'm a sucker for giant robots with giant wings. I'm also the dragon guy. I love dragons. So if you have cool, badass wings, and you're a robot, a dragon robot, a robot dragon, I probably fuck with your design. I probably fucking love it. And this is no exception. The typical evil Grim Reaper bat thing, but he's fighting for good. Or really, he's a military weapon, basically. All the wing boys are basically just weapons. And Hero just likes blowing himself up at any opportunity he can. But for the price you pay, I think it's pretty good. The biggest complaints I have are just he's so damn pointy that it can be kind of difficult to, you know, pose him around the way he's intended to because of the way he's designed. But that's also the hindrances you get for a $25 figure. If it was something like this, obviously the big fancy one, most of his stuff can move cleanly out of the way and fold in ways with better technology to keep it from hindering itself on trying to do what it's meant to do. Whereas this, it's just a little action figure toy you pay $25 for at the store. And he's meant to look cool and stand there and go, yeah, and that's about it. But I like him. He's really cool. I love the wingsuits. I love all of them, so I will never complain about getting another one. I really won't. Even though some people do, I won't. But I'd pick him up if you can find him. He's probably pretty easy to cheap. Pretty easy, and I said pretty cheap, $25. Easy to get. I like him a lot. I'm very easy to please when it comes to robots. This design tickles all the spots that I like. Just it's sleek, cool. The only thing that would make him better if he was like all blue, like a cobalt blue or something. But because I like blue, that's my favorite color. But overall, solid figure. A little annoying to pose, kind of because of how pointy he is. But overall, it's not that big a deal. I do think it's an upgrade to his OG form, but also that's the whole point. This is who I was to who I am now. I like it. Very cool. So, if you like what you see, leave a like down below and subscribe for more content like this. Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Reviews, and Beyblades. I've been the one, Rao and Raiko, and we'll see you guys next time.